So the first one, we are asked to find the values of P and Q given the midpoint. So we are given the coordinate, but they also gave us the midpoint. We are asked to find the values of P and Q. So we know that the midpoint is just the average of each of the coordinates. So I'm saying that from what we've done now, from the tutorial video, we know that 1 over root 2 minus 1 plus P over 2 must give us root 2. Yes, and 1 over 1 minus root 3 plus Q must give us minus half. So that's well. So with this, we now solve for P and Q. So once you cross multiply, this is 1 over root 2 minus 1 plus P is now 2 root 2. Therefore, P is now equal to 2 root 2 minus 1 over root 2 minus 1. Yes, we just made P the subject of formula. Therefore, we're still going. This is 2 root 2. We rationalize. Remember, rationalization, multiplying by the conjugate, so which is now root 2 plus 1. Over root 2, if the conjugate is root 2 plus, so it will turn to difference of 2 squared. 2 minus 1 is 1. So we have 2 root 2 minus root 2 minus 1. So our answer is root 2 minus 1. So the value of P is root 2 minus 1. For Q, remember, divided by 2. So, because it's the average, you divide by 2. So 2, 2. So we are left with 1 over 1 minus root 3 plus Q must be equal to minus 1. Therefore, Q is now minus 1 over 1 minus root 3. So if you rationalize, this is 1 plus root 3. Y down is difference of 2 squared. This difference of 2 should be 1 minus root 3 squared. So which is, so we now have minus 1 minus 1 plus root 3. 1 minus 3 is minus 2. So we have minus 1 minus which is plus 1 plus root 3 over 2. So which is now minus 1 plus 1 over 2 plus root 3 over 2. And minus 1 plus half is minus half. So I have root 3 over 2 minus half. So that's our answer. That was our answer. So our value of P and Q are this. Q is that and P is that. Okay, the next question. We are given this diagram. We are asked to find the equation of the line. So it's simple. The equation of the line is always, I'll use the slope intercept form. Yes, it's the best. So my y-intercept is minus 1 over root 3. Or again, the slope. To find the slope, I'm saying that I'm using y equals ms plus c. We've known our c as minus 1 over root 3. So our problem is to find the slope. But remember, slope is change in y over change in x. Change in y. So I'm saying now 1 over root 3 minus 0 over change in x is 0 minus, which is now plus 1 over root 3. Changing. So assuming here A, B, C. It should be A minus B over B minus C. That's what I use for my slope. So finally, plus this intercept is minus 1 over root 3. So my y is now, this is gone. This is okay. So we have minus 1. because minus divided by plus is minus. So I have minus x minus 1 over root 3. So you don't need to waste your time. It's the best. Whenever you are just changing 1 over changing, it gives us the slope. So using slope-intercept form makes it fast. So we are given this diagram. We're asked to find theta. Theta is just the angle made by this line with the positive x-axis. And from what you've known, so we'll call this, we'll draw this line. We form a right angle triangle. Where is 90? So our slope of this, the theta is just the arctan of slope. Yes, because that's the angle made by it. So once we know this, the slope, we've known theta. And from here, m is changing y over. So if you call anyone x1, so if I call this x1, y1, x2, y2. So I have root 3 minus 2 root 3 over minus 4 minus 5 is plus 5. So I have tan inverse of this minus root 3 over 1. So tan inverse of minus root 3. Root 3 is, tan inverse of root 3 is 60. So I have 180 minus 60. Because of the negative, my answer is 120. So our theta is 120. Okay, we are given this table and we are asked to find the value of x when y is 7 over 2. So the first thing we need to get is the equation of this line. This is the equation. We need to get m and c because y and x are always the variable there. So from the table we can get c easily. Remember, from our equation of a line, c is the y-intercept, meaning that wherever x equal to 0 is the y-intercept. So from the table, cx0 therefore is minus half. So our c is minus half. So the next thing is to get the slope. And for us to find the slope, we need 2 points. And I will prefer point that has 0 on it. So I will use point, this is x1, this is y1, this is x2, this is y2. So I'm using this point. So my slope is now y2, which is 0 minus y2 minus y1, which is minus half, which is plus half, over what is my x2? My x2 is 1, so 1 minus 0. So my answer is half. My slope is half. So therefore, my line is now y equals half x minus half. So, but we are asked to find, we asked to find x when y is 7 over 2. So let's make x the subject of formula, which implies that x is now y plus half times 2. Yes, making x the subject of formula. Half minus half crosses to be plus half. So times 2. So I have, so our y is now 7 over 2. So I have 7 over 2 plus half. And 7 over 2. 7 plus 1 over 2 is 4. Which is 8. Our answer is x is equal to 8. Check it, 7 half. This plus this is 8 over 2, which is 4 times. So my answer is 8.